Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a video of some more of my shelf models, or shelf queens, as you would call them. As many of you know, I'm a huge fan of racing cars, drag racing cars, getting into stock cars. But in particular, I'm a fan of vintage drag cars. There's something about the history of the car, you know, and the drivers and all that stuff. It fascinates me. So the majority of the builds I have are of actual old race cars, and I try to get them as close to the way they were as possible, or as close as I can get them anyway. So the first one I want to show you is, everybody knows this kit. It's the Revell Dick Brandon Thunderbolt. I tried to get the color as close as I could to the color it was supposed to be. It's obviously way off after I sprayed it, but it is what it is. This was before I was actually really serious about building models. These were just going to be on my shelf for just me to look at. So you can see the hood is like a different color. Same paint, same primer. Can't explain it. But it is what it is. It's a shelf queen, like I said. But it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I think this is a really cool model. I think the history of the car is really cool too. This one has some of the regular details that I always do on my models. The underside is nothing special, just the way it's supposed to be. The engine is just plug wires. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if I can adjust the light just a little bit here. See if I can make this a little bit better. Maybe that's a little better. But yeah, just a nice shelf model. Ran a wire to my tack, and like I said, plug wires, coil wire, that kind of stuff. Just all around, I think something nice to look at. So that's the first one. Second is the Mobius. Now, I've talked about Mobius kits in the past couple of videos. They are just outstanding. Probably my favorite kit manufacturer. The Mobius Mercury Comet, driven by Arnie the Farmer Bestwick. Again, this one is just got minor detail. Was built just to be a shelf queen. This one I built when the kit first came out, so I guess that's probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. I didn't do any crazy detailing on it. Got a little something there on the paint. The windows are a little scuffed up. Again, that happens because none of my models are in cases. Well, they sit out, I dust them, I pick them up, I look at them, you know. So they get used. No super serious detail, just clean. Again, just did plug wires and a coil wire. A little bit of black washing on the motor. Now, if you were here, you might even actually be able to see it in the video. You'd see, I guess you can't really tell. But this was before I started wet sanding and polishing, so this has got a little bit of orange peel in the paint. But I think it looks okay. A lot of people know Arnie Bestwick for his Pontiacs, but yep, he drove a Mercury. Drove a couple of them actually. So that's that one. And the last one I want to show you is another Mobius kit. This is the 54 Hudson Hornet Special Junior Stock. This was driven by Matty Winsper. This car actually raced up here in the Northeast quite a bit. It was actually a class record holder. I hear that he used to drive it to and from the racetrack, swap the slicks onto it, run it, and then drive it home, which makes sense for a junior stock. I mean, those cars were as stock as you could get. This is a very different, you don't think of this kind of car as a drag car. That's kind of why I like it so much. I did this one as close to the original car as I could get it. Decals on the windows, markings on the windows. As close as I could go. Pretty cool. It's got the six-cylinder in it. This is one I wired with the old, that beading wire, so the wire's a little thin, but it's alright. And there's some fogging under there from some super glue that I used. Like I say, this thing sits on the shelf, and that's what'll happen if you use a cheap super glue. So that's the underside of that one. Yeah, just some more of my stuff off the shelf. These are 3 of my favorites. You'll see a lot of drag cars on my channel. That's what I love the most. Alright, thanks for stopping and checking out this video. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscription button. Click the bell. Like some videos, watch my other videos, and drop some comments. Everything you guys can do to help me is appreciated. And again, if you'd like a shop card, the email is in the description. And I've got a whole stack of them, and I'd be glad to send you one. Also, if you want to send me a shop card, I'd love to get them. So yeah, that's that. I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks.